Today, I want to share with you a secret tool that can transform your life and attract into your life miracles, relationships, opportunities, money, love, but also it can organize your life to make you feel safer, happier, and more at peace. This tool, it's all about gratitude, but it's actually about creating your future by being grateful for what you want to create in advance, before it even happens. So all you need is a moment to think about what you would love to see happening in the future, how, with a little bit of specific information, piece of paper, pen, and open heart. So I want to start sharing with you a little story that happened a few years ago. So when my father passed away, I decided to take my mom on as many trips as possible before she gets too old to travel. And I've asked her where she would want to go, and we came to the conclusion the most exciting places for us to go together would be Italy, Israel, and some places in England. And so my mom was a little bit nervous because she's never traveled in her life. So the situations and how things were in Poland in those days meant that she couldn't travel freely anywhere. So only when my father passed away, I decided to take her and show her as many places as I could. So one of those places was Italy. So me, my mom, and two of my friends, we decided to hire a car. And I basically had two GPS navigation systems, and one of my friends had another one. And so when we arrived to Italy, we all had a specific piece of paper describing with deepest gratitude what a wonderful time we had. We described that everything worked like magic. We described that we got to places and we lived in the most phenomenal Airbnbs, and we met amazing people, and they were all helpful, and we had the most fantastic food, which is not difficult in Italy because Italian food is delicious everywhere. And so we specifically described what happened and what miracles have happened and how it was all easy and flowing and phenomenal, and it was safe to travel. And then we arrive and we try to assemble the GPS navigation system in the car, and none of them works. And three, and none works. And we decided to go somewhere, and we didn't even have a map, which is complete lack of preparation. But we had our future script, which describes specifically that all the traveling was easy and effortless and phenomenal. And so we arrived to our first place with such ease and phenomenal, miraculous events. And someone has taken us to a place which is normally closed, and they were painting it. It was this amazing place in a church, and they said, "Oh, you've come all the way from Poland. Why don't I come and show you?" And they've taken us. And my mom was so touched with sense of wonder and gratitude that she couldn't speak for a while. And she said, "Everything is going exactly the way you described in this piece of paper." And then we went to Assisi, and there was this a monk who was Polish, and he was listening to us talking, and he came up and he says, "Where are you from?" And we described to him where we came from and what we were doing, and he said, "Let me take you to this place that nobody ever goes to, because I just feel so close to you and you're so special." And he took us and he showed us where the Pope lived, and where people gathered, the monks, where they prayed, and he took us to many different rooms and gave us amazing food. And my mom was again amazed, and she said, "How did it happen? All those amazing people come forward and they help us, and even without a map, even without the GPS, even without all those things, we can travel with so much ease. how does it help? I said, Mom, it is all the power of intention, power of gratitude before it even happened. And so my mom wrote the gratitude list as well in advance before it happened, and she signed it with a date. And she said to me, well, now I am a believer. It really, truly works. I am so amazed with that I will use it myself. And all my friends started using it, all my clients use it. So basically, all that you need to do is that you need to decide what you would love to happen. And then you write it down as if it already happened. And start the sentence, I am so grateful that this amazing trip took place and everything worked so beautifully. And you write all the things you want to happen, and that at the end say, thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. And say, put your name and a date, which is few weeks or few months in the future. Now, I go into more depth and explaining this in my program, Successful Heart, which you can get from my website, gosiagorna.com. And also this program includes the morning meditation, the blessing, the evening meditation, and it explains exactly how to write the future script. So I highly encourage you to read it, to listen to it, and to use it. But for now, I want to share another story with you. So we also went with my mom to Israel, and before we went there was a real unrest and there was lots of challenges there, and she was also very, very scared. And she said, well, it's a little bit irresponsible to go right now because the war could break any moment and we could have any terrible things happening to us. And I used my intuition and I checked it with my heart, and I said, is it safe to take my mom to Israel at such an unsafe time? And my intuition said, yes, on a scale from 1 to 10, it's 9 out of 10 safe to take her there at this time. And again, we wrote a future script, and it was exactly the way we wrote, but actually a little bit better. And few days after we have come back, a few weeks after we have come back, lots of unrest happened. And she said, look, we could have not gone because we were scared, but we went, and everything went so beautifully. Everything was flowing so well. And so many people came forward and everything fell into place. So I said to my mom, you see, you can use this for everything. You can use it for preparation for operation, preparation for a trip, preparation for a meeting, an interview. And so I would love you to start using the power of gratitude in advance before something happens. So write the gratitude list and read it out loud a few times before this situation actually takes place. Maybe you're going for a very serious operation for your teeth. Maybe you have a dentist appointment and you are so scared that it could go wrong, that it would be painful. Then write it down. I'm so grateful that everything went so well, better than expected, and my dentist was in the top form, and the nurse who was helping him or her was at the top form as well, and everything was flowing so beautifully, and my jaw has healed so well. You know, last year I had 3 teeth removed and 3 implants put in, and I was so scared of going there, and it was during COVID and lockdowns and all of that. But I have written a future script of how my operation will happen, and it actually was even better than that. I wrote that I healed faster than expected, and I did. And not only that, I have met such phenomenal people who are my friends till this day, and the friendship is only getting better and better. So you can include everything in your future script, but you can also put many things have happened which were for my highest good, and unexpected miracles took place, and it opened new doors to new opportunities, new potentials, healing, transformation, fun, joy. And then, thank you, it's done, it's done, it's done. So I would love to encourage you to also use the power of gratitude to create miracles in the future. And if you want more guidance and more support in this, you can get the program called Successful Heart at gosiagorna.com and enjoy it, because this is something that people tell me that they use for months and years, and they love it because it puts them to sleep, it relaxes them, starts their day in the most successful and blessed way, and creates the best possible future. And it takes you specifically how to use the power of future scripting and the gratitude for the future. And if you want to learn more, go and play with it. So lots of love, sending you my gratitude for being here, for listening to me, but also for sharing this with your friends and sending me your comments of how your future scripting is working. So lots of love, and see you soon.